Yes. What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 32 of Jack Diamond's favorite new podcast, J&J Dating Dynamics. I'm number one J. That's number two J, and welcome to episode 32. Justin, how you doing, buddy?
We're still fighting about this?
Bro, we settled this last week.
No, wait, that was never settled.
I settled it.
You guys, listen, if you want to see me fly out to Miami to whoop Joel's ass to take the number one spot, put a 1 in the comments.
That's the thing. You got to take it back. You got to take back the spot, buddy. I'm number one for now. I am number one until you take it back. All right, we are here. We are back, episode 32, giving you your weekly dose of everything your father should have taught you but didn't. And Justin, you picked this topic, buddy. What are we talking about today?
I didn't pick this topic.
Yeah. Remember last week we went off the air? You said
no. I did. I sort of picked this topic, but Joel has some valid points to make as well tonight. Tonight we're going to be talking about what the fuck is wrong with men. Yeah. So we're always talking about what's wrong with women, and women, I still believe, are the major key holders to the dating epidemic or pandemic that's going on out there. But there's also a lot of shitty dudes out there, and women tend to come across them because they're all dating the same guys.
Yep.
And as much as women don't like to hear this, a lot of them are chasing the same top 20% of guys, and more often.
Here's the thing, because I think it's important to define this. When we talk about what the fuck is wrong with men, I'm talking about the bottom 80%.
Yeah, absolutely.
When women talk about what the fuck is wrong with men, they're talking about the men that they notice, and they're talking about the top 20%.
That is... So we're going to touch on the 20%, and we're going to touch on the 80%, because there's things that the 20% that are doing that. I mean, I can't blame them. They're just taking advantage, and it took a lot to get to be in that 20%. I mean...
Yeah, it takes a lot.
It really does. You got to work hard to get there, and women are making it easy, and men are just, those top 20% are just reaping the benefits of it. But what I really want to focus on is the bottom 80%. They're like, guys, you're lacking big time.
Let's start here. If a guy is out there watching our humble little podcast, and all he did was search, how do I get more girls? Or how do I get girls? How to find a girlfriend, etc., which is one of the top searches on YouTube, by the way. What's the number one tip you're giving him?
What's the number one tip?
Yeah.
Better yourself.
There you go. Number one tip is get your ass in the gym. Number two is to stop focusing on women.
Bro, that is
yourself.
Absolutely the wrong thing you can do is try and focus on women. If you guys are young, if you're in your late teens, if you're in your early 20s, do not focus on women. You have no right, to be honest. Like,
that's a lovely way to put it, man. You have no right.
Like, you just have no right to even be there. Like, girls your age, unfortunately, they're going to be going for a little... Buddy. Yeah, they're not looking for you. They're going to be looking for a little bit older men, more mature, unless you happen to be a young, tall, in shape alpha dude. But then again,
the guys that are getting laid at those ages, and let's say in the college years, are the guys that are probably an A+ at one thing. They do one thing really, really well. Whether that's be in shape, whether that's have daddy's money, whatever that one thing is. There's no guy that's a B+ at a bunch of things that's getting laid consistently.
All you have to do is be good at one thing. And it's really sad that a lot of people can't even be good at one thing these days. I don't want to hear that you're good at video games.
No
woman out there wants to hear that you're good at video games, bro. Like,
Yeah. I do understand we're having some connection problems, so let's try to talk slow. So hopefully YouTube picks everything up. Jay Blaze in the chat. If you can, tell me how our connection's doing. He does say if you get in shape and get a job that makes 60K, you're top 20% man. You know what? That's a very low bar, but that's not wrong. If you're making 60K a year, you know how to watch out for that 60K a year, and you're in the gym and you're in some sort of shape, you have a leg up on
dude,
most guys.
just getting yourself in shape sets you apart.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't believe. I mean, honestly, fellas, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Are you happy with what you see? Would you want to fall in love with yourself? Point blank.
Probably not. And let me put it one thing this way. We're not saying you have to go out and become Dan Bilzerian or Andrew Tate or one of these top G's, but you got to try.
Bro,
When you try, you'll achieve something.
If your belly is hanging over your waist or your belt,
yeah,
and you're chasing women, dude, you need to be chasing dumbbells. You need to be chasing that ab machine. Stop chasing donuts. No, seriously. I mean,
I will say on terms in terms of being in shape, it's easier for a man to overcome being out of shape than it is for a woman.
absolutely. Absolutely. Our metabolism, our bodies, they're just built for it. I mean, we're all built different. Everyone has a different body size, different body type. And seriously, we're all built different, but at the end of the day, we all can all do better. We can eat different. We can exercise. I mean,
yeah. But what I mean is, a man. Let's say a man's out of shape. There are other ways for him to attract women. He could have a lot of money. He could be really, really great at something. You know, there's fat baseball players out there who get laid all the time. You know, because they have other aims. A woman can't do that. A woman can't overcome being unattractive with money.
but they're able to do so, like you just gave that example. Yeah, they may be a fat guy, but guess what? Are they like an MLB star?
Right, exactly. They have other agencies that they can pull out. I'm saying men have more ways to overcome these things than women do. That doesn't mean that it's easier to overcome. All a woman has to do is stay in shape, and the world's her oyster.
Guys, you can't pour from an empty cup at all. You need to be full. You need to love yourself and figure out who you are. What mission are you on? What are your goals?
Find
And
your passion.
once you figure that out, women will come naturally.
Find your passion. Find your purpose. That is the best advice we can give men. Absolutely.
It
Now,
really is.
men these days, overall, they're needy, they're feminized, and I think that might be a symptom of more men than ever being raised by women only. How big a factor do you think lack of fathers in the household is for this?
I mean, I'm part of what you just said, to be honest. I don't know how I came out the way I did. I guess maybe I got bullied and then I also did some of the bullying, but I was raised in a single mother household, in a predominantly woman household. But I guess the time that I grew up with, the people I grew up around, I still grew up tough.
Okay.
But at the same time, growing up with women, I learned the soft side. So I can see, I think there's a 5 year gap between me and my brother. Right? There's a 5 year gap, and we're completely different. He stays indoors while I was an outdoor child. We're completely different. No offense to you, Julian, if you're watching. I love you, brother. But, I'm not calling him soft, but he was an indoor kid. It's a different generation. I grew up fighting, like literally. I've gotten so many fist fights, and it made me tough growing up.
Jay Blaze in the chat, he brings up an excellent point, and is that for years now, I'm talking back to the 90s, men in the media have been portrayed like idiots. Men in the media have been portrayed as weak. And however weak and however idiotic they may be, these are the men that a lot of these kids are looking up to. They're the only men in their household. They're on TV. So that's got to play a big part in the feminization of men. Now, no, go ahead.
No, the crazy part is I didn't even realize growing up, like we had The Simpsons, Family Guy. What else did we have? What was Married with Children, Al Bundy. I mean, these characters, I didn't even realize until I got older that they're slouches.
Yeah.
And it was made to be comedic.
Right. Always. Even in commercials, you see it. The dad's always the dope.
Honestly, I don't know how my generation, because honestly, I feel like we're in the same generation, Joel. Do you feel that you were able to witness stuff like that growing up and was still able to bypass that shit and see past it?
I grew up a little differently. I grew up with, I think my lucky stars every day. I grew up with a strong father figure, and I grew up in a different country.
Gotcha.
So the TV I consumed was vast differently as a child than at least the TV that I found when I got here. You know, because I remember when I got here, the shows I used to watch were exactly those. Where, I used to watch Nickelodeon as a kid, and that's all kinds of feminized people.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently my connection sucks, Justin. So I'm gonna try to reset something here. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're kind of fuzzy over here too. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Can you hold it down?
Hey, hold on 1 second. Don't you have some videos we can play?
I do, but I'd have to send it to you. I'm gonna disconnect for a second.
Gotcha. Do your thing.
All right, I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes.
All right, guys. So I'm on my own. It looks like I'm number 1J. Did I just take the number 1 spot? Anyway, but yeah. So I just got a comment over here. Men need to remind women to go to the bank. Men do need to remind women to go to the bank. Guys, disregard that. That was a random text. Shouldn't have read that out loud. But honestly, guys, the most important thing you can do from a young age is find something that you're good at. Honestly, find new hobbies, find new passions, go out there, go be adventurous, explore the world. The worst thing that you can do is stay indoors. I swear. The worst thing you could do is stay indoors. Guys, I don't own a video game system. I don't watch sports. Like, I know a lot of guys do, but I tend to say I'm different than most. Honestly, the best thing you could do is invest in yourself. Whether you want to go to school, I didn't go to school. It's not for everybody. Everyone has a different route. Everyone has a different path, a different journey. But at the end of the day, it's all within you. You should not be searching for women at all. Seriously. At all. You have no right to chase. If you're chasing, if you're chasing something, guess what? It's running, right? It's moving away. You got to do the opposite. You cannot catch a butterfly chasing it. You got to let the butterfly come to you. No idea what's going on here with Joel. But if anyone has anything to say, we're open to comments. I would really love some women's opinion tonight.
I'm sure. Right. Number 1J is back. Hopefully that's a little bit better.
Oh no, you logged out, bro. I took the number 1 spot for the night.
Well, I don't know. The Chiron still says I'm number 1. So
you logged. You're gonna have to watch back in the video and see what happened.
Got it. Did Jay Blaze give you the number 1?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, hopefully that's a little better, guys. Yeah, I did. I think all I could while I'm live. I'm gonna try to rearrange my setup here later in the after the show. But all right, sorry. Where were we? What were you talking about?
No, honestly, I was just telling, for the young men out there to find something that you're passionate about. Put the video games down, get off the couch, get outside, find anything. Find archery, running, jogging, motorcycling, hiking. Just find a passion. Find something that you love, and then find something that you can do that's going to bring in money. And if you can find something where you can mix your passion with making money, you will never work a day in your life. I promise you that.
Yes, sir. I agree 100%. We are 15 minutes in. You are watching the J&J Dating Dynamics podcast, episode 32, Jack Diamond's favorite new podcast. This is What the Fuck is Wrong with Men?
What the fuck is wrong with men, bro?
Wrong with men. And I do want to bring up a video here from our friend of the program, Donovan Sharp, where we need to define what the term simp means. And I think he does a beautiful job of defining that. Let me bring that up. It's a very quick video. And yeah, he does a great job.
Dude, you know what's funny? As I guess, call me old, man. I guess I'm getting up there in age. I've had problems defining simp because I'm old school, so I do things more in a traditional way. Like I'll buy flowers, I open car doors. I'm a gentleman. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, yeah, a lot of guys call you a simp.
I've had trouble with that whole simp shit. And I'm like, bro, it's not simping if you find a woman that's deserving of it. If she's reciprocating the interest that you're putting into her, then that behavior that you're giving off, that gentleman behavior, is absolutely acceptable.
Yeah, I can get on board with that. All right, let's watch this. Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay, guys, we've all heard and thrown around the word simp, and a lot of people seem to have the definition mixed up, inaccurate, and sometimes even flat out wrong. So I'm going to define it for you and explain it succinctly. Here's the definition. A simp is a man who gives an undeserving woman access to his time, energy, attention, and resources. In other words, doing shit for a woman who does not deserve it. It's literally that simple. So many men who consume Crimson Capsule content make the mistake of defining the word simp as a man who does anything nice for a woman. If he takes her to dinner, simp. If he buys her a gift, simp. If he takes her on a trip, simp. I've taken my girlfriend to dinner more times than I can count. I bought her countless gifts, and we regularly go on trips and weekend getaways. Does that make me a simp? No. And the reason why is that my girlfriend earned these privileges. I don't do anything for my girlfriend just because. That would be simping. You guys need to get out of this don't do anything nice for your lady or you're a simp mentality. It's lazy and short-sighted. The right mindset is don't do anything nice for your lady if she doesn't deserve it.
Amen to that.
Dude, there's women that will just abuse of guys. And then I'm talking about the bottom 80%.
You're not talking about what?
Men. Now I'm talking about the bottom 80%.
Yes, these are the guys that put women up on a pedestal at every case. They're the ones that say these things and believe these things, that women are made of sugar, spice, and everything nice. They're the ones that subscribe to the quote-unquote happy wife, happy life, whatever methodology, which is stupid. Because if you've been, and I've been there, I was married, okay?
Blow us up.
Was that? Oh yeah, sorry. If you spend your life trying to make a woman happy, in turn you're gonna make yourself miserable. And when you make yourself
absolutely
miserable, it becomes miserable. Okay,
guys, I did this.
Me too.
I did this, and that's why I can speak now. I learned the hard way, and it really taught me. It really did, and I'm happy that I went through it, and hoping that I can save some of you guys out there from making the same mistake. But I gave myself completely to a chick. There was nothing of me in the relationship. Like, I would put music that I liked on. Oh, do we have to listen to this? Change. I would want to do something that I want to do. Oh, no. Do we really got to do that? No. Oh, it was always a pain in the ass.
Even worse. Like, the kind of things I would get caught up on is I would have a hard-ass work week, Monday through Saturday. And Sunday, I want to be at my house and I want to rest. But no. We got to get up. We got to go do this. We got to go to the Home Depot. We got to blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do that shit. It's my Sunday. Mind you, I didn't put up a fight. I was like, yes, baby, let's go.
Yeah. And listen.
I made myself miserable.
Every relationship takes compromise. You're gonna have to do shit you don't want to do, but not all the time. Like, you still got to be your own dude at the end of the day. That also has a big play into time and energy with being needy.
Yeah, can't be needy. Look, guys, the best thing you can do for yourself is get your ass in the gym. I'm dead serious. If you're having relationship problems, walk out that door and go to the gym. Okay? When she sees that, things are gonna, believe me, get better.
Guys, and it's not only about looking good, it's about feeling good and mentally being straight and emotionally being straight.
And if you're in a relationship, it's about her seeing that you're improving yourself regardless of what she wants to do and wants to think. Okay? That you're focused on yourself. Women want a man who's on his purpose at all times.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely. I feel like I don't know, man. There's just a generation, and it's not just the younger generation too, because dude, there's plenty of men in our generation and even older, dude. They're just lazy as fuck. Sorry, sacks of shit, and I just can't stand to see it. It's really sad because I don't know. To me, a man is meant to be the best version of himself. Like an absolute warrior.
Now, let's dispel the fact that every man can be these things. Not every man's born to be a leader. Not every man is born to do this. But every man should have to try. Okay? Every man should be on his purpose and attempt to become the best version of himself. Not everybody's going to succeed. Okay? Sometimes the gaming chair is going to be too great for some of these guys. But there's, ultimately, there's a reason I haven't played a video game in, I think, 8 years. That shit's a time suck.
I was actually just talking about that while you were logged out. I was telling everybody, I don't own a video game system. I don't watch sports. That shit don't pay my bills.
Nope.
Like, that's a distraction.
I do watch some sports when I need to turn my brain off and things like that. Jay Blaze says women motivate men to chase excellence. A real woman will motivate you to chase your excellence. Okay, she won't be nagging the entire time. If you want to know a woman who's worth it, is a woman who motivates you to be the best version of yourself, because ultimately that's what she needs and that's what she wants. Okay?
Exactly.
A woman who drives your life, who tells you to go everywhere and do everything, like the women we just described, that woman's in it for herself, not for you.
Exactly. I will say this. Listen, I'm not trying to flip it because this is about men tonight. But I will say that it is sad because I have noticed myself, and I'm pretty sure you can say the same. Either agree with me or disagree with me, let me know. But I feel like 15 years ago and previous, women were more open to building with a man.
You're probably right about that. Yeah.
So
every year for the last, I would say 23 years, since the year 2000 at least.
The year 2000 definitely.
Yeah.
I'd say 9/11 was like a turning point in everything.
Yeah, I could see that, but I mean, I don't know how I equate that to intersexual dynamics.
But definitely the not that date, but I'm just saying, like, ever since.
But not the event, it's around the time.
Yeah, around 2000, 2001, I noticed a significant change, and it was palpable, and it's still now we're seeing it.
You know what I think might have been a bigger cultural turning point than 9/11 was the 2000 election. The liberal left in this country was so butthurt that George Bush won that election that that's when they became crazy. You know,
I've never been too big into politics, so you definitely would know more than I do.
I think that might be right. I need to give that some more thought and study that. Maybe we need to do a bit of an episode on cultural turning points, but I definitely think that's one of them.
I mean, I don't know. I definitely feel like women changed in that way. They don't look for the working man, and it's definitely affecting that bottom 80%. But that's fine, guys. Things evolve, so we can't throw that at women. they have evolved. So now it's time for men to evolve. And you guys have to change. We're giving you the keys.
Shout out here to Rollo Tomasi and Richard Cooper, who are the ones who pretty much coined these concepts. But Jay Blaze says in the chat, now they want to go for the winners. Women don't give a fuck about the race. Okay? They will stand at the finish line and they will fuck the winners. Okay? Guys, it's so imperative to understand that. Because a woman doesn't care about your journey for the most part.
Facts.
They
and
will
guys,
not the journey.
Honestly, we also got to put this out there. We're generalizing here. This isn't all women, and we are not talking about all men. But there is a majority of people that fall into these categories.
100%. Now, another piece of advice I would give all men would be to go read Rollo Tomasi's books, The Rational Male.
Check your phone. Jade just hit you up.
Oh, okay.
Let's
try to join. Let me send the link again. Hopefully, we get Jade up in here.
Yeah, I would love to get her opinion. I would love to get any ladies' opinions because I know I have female friends, and I've heard some of the craziest horror stories and some of the stuff that women go through, and there's some shitty ass dudes out there, bro.
My girl likes to watch these reaction videos on YouTube of like horrible first dates and things, and guys do some dumbass shit on these dates, man.
Bro,
guys do stupid ass shit on these dates.
Like just some of the shit that they do. Like, dude, you're I don't know. They come off some of them just come off like predators.
All right, hang on, because we are now live on the road. Hey,
Jade is on the road.
Hang on, I'm playing with your sound here because we can hear your car. She is on the road. First off, drive safe.
Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. You're I can't really hear that well, but I just wanted to hop on. So yeah.
Well, Jay, tell me if you hear this, and we'll let you go so you can drive safe. But from what you know, and you're out there in the dating world, and you're a model, and you're in Miami, you're fleeing Miami at the moment. What are the biggest problems with men? Oh, I think we lost her. Yeah, we lost her.
She'll probably be back in a second if she's on the phone.
Yeah, she was on the road today, so we tried to get her, but
she's leaving Miami.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her it's all good.
Is she moving from Miami or just traveling?
No, just taking a break.
Oh, taking a break
from Miami, yeah. Which it's completely warranted. Miami's a stressful ass city.
It really is, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I moved away from there, and I miss it every second. I miss it every day. But
when you're a man who's got his shit together in Miami, bro, you're gonna have a good time. Okay, but don't come down to Miami if you're just gonna play video games.
I had too much of a good time, bro. I had to leave there.
Yeah, Justin was a little burnt out of Miami. How's my audio, by the way?
Audio's.
I played around with some things when Jade got here.
It's okay now, but it was a little choppy earlier.
Okay, got it.
So let's talk about some of the stuff. Let's see if you could think of any toxic stuff that you have heard of from women.
Okay. Well, first off, and apparently this is an epidemic right now about guys lying about their height on these dating apps. Guys, what the hell are we doing? You can't fake height. Like, there's guys out here saying that they're like 6'2" and they're like 5'8". Like,
dude, I've never done that. I've never added like not even an inch.
Me neither. I've always put that what's on my fucking driver's license.
Always.
It's how the military measured me, so I have U.S. government documentation to prove that I am 5'10". Damn it. Dude, another thing is, guys, when you're on a date with a woman, especially a first date, don't ask her what she wants to do. Don't have her make the plans. Guys, you're supposed to be the leader, okay? Women want to be led. You tell her what you're going to go do. When I was dating, when I was going on first dates, I would never tell them what we were going to do. Let them wonder that shit. When they ask you,
I love that shit.
When they ask you, hey, what are we doing? I'm like, don't worry about it. Wear this. Because usually they ask because they want to know what to wear. Don't worry about it.
Absolutely.
Wear jeans and a pretty top or whatever. You know? Or dress to the night or going out tonight.
I mean, it's. I don't know. I feel like people just make it harder than what it actually is. It's not really hard.
I think men are so afraid of rejection that they're afraid to be assertive.
But not even just be assertive, but be natural.
That's the thing. You got to be naturally assertive. It can't come off as fake. That's why you got to live your life in an assertive way. I hate to put it that way, and that's where I go back to the gym. Look, I sound like a fucking broken record, but when you're at the gym, you're pumping up your testosterone. You're hanging out with guys who are assertive in themselves more than likely, okay? Who've been to the gym for a long time. And when you start hanging out with those kinds of people, you become like those kinds of people.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Guys, I mean,
if you're hanging out with nerds playing video games all fucking day, you're never going to become anybody else.
I don't know how you got good with talking with women, but I mean, it came natural to me because of how I grew up with my family.
Here's how it happened for me. I was a dude up until probably, hell, I would say my freshman year of college. I was the most timid guy. I could not speak to women. It was bad. I was a loser, okay? Now, my best friend at the time, my roommate, he was fantastic at it. So what I tried to start doing when I actually we moved away after our freshman year, I came back down to Miami. He stayed up in Gainesville. I said to myself, I want to be able to do the things he does. So I started acting like him. And I became a better version of myself by following the things that I would see him do. And there's nothing wrong with that. People are going to say, oh, you're not being yourself. Oh, fuck you. I'm a better version of myself now. Because I can recognize when somebody else is better than me, and I can take the best behaviors that they have and learn from their mistakes instead of make my own.
Oh, absolutely, bro. You're saying right there has everything to do with your friends and your circle and who you surround yourself with. If you're surrounding yourself with losers, guess what? You're a loser. And I've spent my whole entire life weeding out people. Joel, you were one of the first people I met down in Miami.
Was I?
Like, I only met like a certain group of people.
Right.
And I met you pretty early on compared to like I know you for a little bit while I was there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And bro, I met so many people. So many. And they all got cut off. They all got cut off. I have maybe 3 people I'm still cool with from Miami, maybe 4.
Yeah, probably.
They all got cut off.
I'm like a fungus. I'm under the toenail.
You literally have to have the ability to not only go out there and date women, but you also have to be able to sift through friendships and find value within your friendships, also in your men.
If a friend isn't making you better somehow, you got to cut that person off. Okay? Because they are a waste of time.
Absolutely.
Excuse me.
Guys, if you're having trouble getting motivated to go to the gym, go find a gym buddy. Go grab a buddy. Go make a friend. Go to the gym and make a friend. Go if you're an online guy, find somebody else online within your area and go motivate
this
each
community. This RP community is fantastic for that. Okay, I've made so many friends from just hanging out at the chat with on Donovan's podcast. You know, I made at least 3 really good friends that I can think of. You know, so you can find people anywhere and everywhere. You just got to be willing to take a leap. And if you're afraid to talk to a man and be a buddy, become a friend with a man, you're never going to be able to talk to a woman.
Seriously.
Okay? Yeah, so you gotta be better. But let me reset real quick. You are watching episode 32 of Jack Diamond's favorite new podcast, J&J Dating Dynamics. Today we are asking ourselves, what the hell is wrong with men? And we are here giving you your weekly dose of everything your father should have taught you but didn't. Jay Blaze in the chat, shout out to him. And yeah, so we've been going in on men, dude. We can't just go in on women all the time. And now I will submit to you this, Justin. Tell me what you think. Maybe you disagree with me. I think the current state of womanhood, all these complaints that we have about women in the dating world, stem from a lack of manly men, a lack of leadership from men.
Oh, absolutely, bro. If you're slightly masculine, you can go out there and simply talk to a woman. If you're not afraid to approach and you have a little bit of masculinity and you smell good and you look good and you're confident, it's not that hard. Because guess what? All you guys are soft out there. And I'm not talking about you individually. Well, I'm talking about generally.
And you know what? Actually, that brings up a great point. Now, I would say probably 90% of dating happens online. Okay?
Dude,
what? And with
do you know how easy it is to approach a woman nowadays?
That's where I'm getting at, because now so much of the dating world's done online.
But the funny thing is
that the guys that are willing to approach a woman have a much higher success rate.
Absolutely. Because now that's different.
Of course. Now you're the different one. Now you're the guy who's ballsy enough to come up to her on the street or at the bar or in the restaurant or at the bookstore or wherever.
But, you know, don't get it twisted, because if you don't have game, if you're not on your game and you don't know how to talk to a woman and actually approach her in the proper way that she wants to be approached, you're going to come off like a creep.
Absolutely.
So learn the art. Get good with talking to women. If you're not good with women, go talk to women in public settings.
Yep. And you know what?
Natural stuff.
This might be the most cliche thing I'll ever say on this podcast, but you got to be naturally confident. How do you get your confidence? Starts by being in shape and looking good.
Absolutely.
To quote,
absolutely.
Ex-pro athlete, look good, feel good, play good.
Guys, when you look good and you feel good, we work on energy. I don't care if you believe it or not. When we feel good, we put that energy out into the universe, and women can sense that.
Yeah, Jay Blaze is giving some great tips here in the chat. Watch comedians or old school movies. It's a great way to emulate people. Watch Sean Connery's James Bond movie.
Sean Connery.
Yeah, copy the great lines. You know, it's really not that hard. And to all these guys who say, "Oh, I just want a girl that loves me for me." No, you want a girl that loves you for the current you. That's not the best version of you. No man is the best version of himself yet.
And if you do find a woman like that does love the current you, and you ain't shit, then guess what? Eventually she's gonna leave too, because she'll eventually leave too, because if she loves you, it's just gonna be for the potential that she might see. Exactly. Oh, he could become this, but then if you show her you ain't shit,
it's done.
She's out.
Yep, she's out the door. All right, I do have a couple of the videos that we need to get to. Let me bring the first one up here. And this is a conversation between, again, our friend of the program, Donovan Sharp, and one of the OGs, Mr. Kevin Samuels. May he rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Dude, I love how Kevin Samuels he passed away, and he still has so much footage.
He passed away in his prime. It was so unfortunate.
It's sad to know he's gone, man. Seriously. Yeah. I feel like he had a lot more to give.
Oh God, yes, dude. That's no joke. All right, let me bring this up here. All right, this is Kevin Samuel and Donovan Sharp.
Look, guys, there's rank, and sometimes you're like this when you come up. Look, guys, there's rank, and sometimes you're a loser. You want to not be a loser? You know, he'd be better served instead of trying to tell everybody what's going to get your ass in the gym, lose some weight, learn how to actually get your social skills, get your EQ up, and learn how to get along with people. See, again, I don't know guys who are not successful in their chosen field who are always so confrontational. Like when people call into the brother pill and try to troll you. Yeah, but you're fucking Devin every night. And like you call them out. Look, you're mad because you want to fuck me or you want to be like me, and that's the truth.
Right.
You call in because you would fuck a dude like Donovan. Donovan's just not fucking you. I can be real because now we're getting more mature. I'm in a place to where I know men understand what I'm saying. The thing is, what really bothers guys the most here is how much of a priority should it be, and is it going to be something that's going to be an obsession? Guys don't want to go fucking shopping for purses and socks and shoes. You would rather be sitting around watching a ball game talking about that. This is not something guys want to do. So if you can make it simple and effective, why would a smart, logical, red pill, loving man not do it if it's going to increase his outcomes?
Bro, that's common sense. I mean, what did we just said it here? God bless these men. Donovan looks so young in this video too.
Really? So did Kevin.
Yeah, but Kevin has a more classic look with the glasses and everything. Donovan looks like a kid.
He looked like he was ready to jump on a Triumph.
Yeah.
I'm a cancer survivor. I was in the gym 4 hours a day, 4 days a week. The first time I actually put on some real muscle and I had some pecs and some traps and triceps, I experienced something I had never experienced before in my life. Women drooling over me when I took my shirt off because I actually had a chest, and I was like, God damn.
That's it. That is it. I mean, God, and I'm going to say it 25 times tonight. I probably have already said it 25 times tonight. The gym is the starting point for everything.
Seriously.
Not just for your looks, but for your mental health.
You know what the most fucked up thing is? And myself included. Bro, when I see a guy, my best friend Ronnie, he's been on the show. Dude, Ronnie's brother Rocco, he's like a professional bodybuilder. But like, we as men, if you can look at another man and kind of be a little bit jealous of his physique, you need to go to the gym.
Yeah, that's the best motivator.
Or at least it should motivate you to hit the gym.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And if you're looking at another man and thinking, damn, I want to look that good, think how women will be attracted to you if you're looking that good.
Think about this. Do a random experiment. Go with your friend. Meet up a random girl or go to the beach. Go to the beach, set up a little camera, and watch women's reactions when you both take your shirt off. Do it one at a time. And see what happens. Find a friend who's in shape and go do that, guys. That there will be no bigger motivator in your life.
Seriously.
You don't think that was motivation to go in there and pump more weight? You goddamn right, because it's hardwired into it. Dude, disdain the things you cannot have. Law number 36 of the 48 laws of power. Disdain the things you cannot have. Colloquially, we call it sour grapes. Why do most guys don't worry about the image? Because they don't know how to fucking do it. That's ways to say it's not important. I can't look any better, so it's not important. Fuck you. Yeah, it is.
And you absolutely can always look better. Okay? Always. I don't care if you're, prime George Clooney. You can always look better.
Guys, there's simple things you can do to look better. Number one starts with cutting your hair.
Grooming, hygiene. That's another one. Absolutely.
Cut your fingernails. Cut your hair.
But don't look bald like Justin. Justin, I think you are going bald.
I am going bald.
That's why I'm number one.
Honestly, I've been doing this for years. I had a little hairstyle going. I got into a fight with the clippers, and I've just, dude, this saves me money. I don't give a shit. I'm a dude.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I don't need hair.
All right, here we go. Let's keep watching the master. The two masters.
There's no downside to a man being the best version of himself for himself.
Yes.
And see, that's where this where a lot of guys get twisted. And I really feel like it's because I've been through red pill rage.
Well,
okay, with when you're raging, you're not clear. But when you can get out of red pill rage and you can accept the world for what it is, then you're a hell of a lot more level head to say, you know what? there is an advantage for me getting in the gym, putting on some functional muscle, being an athlete for life, for my life. I don't have to be a professional bodybuilder, but I do need to have some strength because, hey, I like to be able to do stuff, and it does look better. I like it. You asked me about a leather jacket, and I showed you the leather jacket that I knew would resonate with Donovan. And that's hard to do because Donovan is a simple minimalist guy. But when I work with somebody, you guys see me in the happy-go-lucky videos, but when I work with you, I'm a coach.
Right.
And one of the first things I tell my
I don't know if you know this. This video, I think, was actually shot when Kevin Samuels was a style coach. Before he became a red pill coach, he was a style coach. Gotcha. And I think he got his start coming on Donovan's show as a style guy.
Interesting. Donovan, look at those chops, dude.
Yeah, man.
Brutally honest about who you are, where you are, and then where you want to get to.
Right.
Understand how far that is, and then put the work in.
There you go.
No different than you go back.
Right.
Let me tell you something.
How to kill all mosquitoes.
Let me say something about that.
Yep.
So, just like they were just saying, set goals, guys. Yep. Set goals. Hey.
Set goals and put in the work. You have to put in the work.
You know what it is? I feel like people we live in an age of instant gratification. Nobody wants to put in the work. They just want the results. If you want something, you have to sacrifice. You have to pull back and put in the work. It's baby steps, one step at a time.
Yeah,
there's something I like to do every day, and it starts my day off great. Number one, first thing I do.
If you say make your bed, I swear to God, I'm going to slap you across the screen.
No, I'm grateful, and I thank God for my day, and I start my day off with gratitude. Second thing I do is make my bed as soon as I get out of it. Third thing I do, brush my teeth and get ready for the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it's that simple. And set some goals for the rest of your day. If you got to do laundry that day, write that shit down if you got to write it down. If you want to accomplish something that day, if you got some errands to run, knock your goals down, even if they're that small. Small little accomplishments will build confidence in yourself. You'll learn to trust yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you feel good after you accomplish something. It feels good.
It really is. And it's a confidence builder without needing outside validation. Look for any validation that you're looking from outside within. It's all within you.
Why are six packs so attractive to women? Because they're hard to obtain.
Absolutely.
Women know you put in work. You've worked your ass off to get that six pack.
Dude, they're attractive to us because we want them, because we also want six packs.
I'm not going to sit here and pretend I have a six pack. I've never been able to manage a six pack in my life.
I've
worked for it.
For most of my life, I had an 8-pack. I'm down to like a 6. I still got my obliques on the side. I don't know if that counts for 8, but I'm still looking all right. I need to get my pecs back up, but hey, those are my goals.
Yeah,
I'm not out here claiming to be Andrew Tate in the best shape of my life. I'm just saying, guys, we got to motivate each other. I'm currently in building stage myself. I'm doing things that I need to get done to get further in my life.
Absolutely.
And I'm taking care of it. And as men, I would like to see you guys out there doing the same. We all have a responsibility to be the best versions of ourselves. Seriously.
Amen, brother.
Every guy can simply be sexier just like that in 2 seconds. Spraying on a goddamn cologne. That's it. A woman's nose, you don't need to know why. Stop asking why.
Right.
That's the number one question. Stop fucking asking why and just do what the teacher tells you. When I was in Kung Fu, Daniel-san, Karate Kid, wax on, wax off.
Let me move.
For saying, you know what? They know some shit.
Right.
This generation doesn't. They think because this is one of the beauties and curses of the internet, because so many youngsters, 20s and millennials were put into the boardrooms and in the companies because a lot of the people didn't grow up with computers and technology. You've thrust a lot of men into positions to where their word actually matters. You're telling a dude is saying, I could be you. You got 20 plus years in this application.
Right.
This and see, this is what a lot. I said it laughingly, and this is one of the things I love that I know. I can fight. I can fight very well. I used to be a bouncer. I used to fight full contact. I love the taste of my own blood. A lot of these dudes just need a fucking ass whooping.
There it is. There it is. A lot of you do need a fucking ass whooping.
I agree. I mean, bro, I got mine whooped as a kid, and you know what? I equally did the same. I whooped some ass too, but I was able to whoop some ass because I got mine whooped.
I got my ass kicked in the military for sure. That was humbling as fuck, bro. Guys, if you're 18, 19, go spend a couple years in the Army or in the Marines. Don't do the Navy or the Air Force. Army or Marines, okay? Army or Marines, and go infantry. Don't go be a medic. Don't go be a mechanic. Go infantry, okay?
Hey guys, listen. That's not a bad route for some people out there. Me and Joel have differing views on that. Wholeheartedly.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Let's explore this. What do you have against the military?
Oh, I have nothing against the military. I have nothing but absolute respect for the military.
Okay, then
I just feel like we live in a day and age where I don't agree with our men signing up.
Why not?
Although we need it to keep our country safe, there's a lot of guys that are in, and I'm sure you know of it. You would know more than I would. There's a lot of guys in that they don't know why the hell they're in.
Oh, well, no. Look, there's a million reasons people join the military, and a lot of them are wrong, okay? In fact, the number one reason why people join...
What I'm saying is they don't know why we're fighting. What's the real cause? What are we doing? It's not...
I get it. That's more of a political argument.
That's what I'm saying.
If you want to improve yourself and make sure somebody whips your ass into shape, the military is a fucking great way to do it.
I agree with you on that.
Army or the Marines, and you gotta go infantry, okay, or a combat MOS, which is a military occupational specialty. That's essentially your job. It's your MOS.
Listen, I don't have any military experience, but I'm pretty sure boot camp alone is what a lot of men out there need.
That's why I'm saying you gotta go infantry, because not all boot camps are created equal. Okay, where I went to boot camp at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, now it's a fucking shit show. Okay, that's why you got to go infantry. You got to go to Fort Benning, and you got to be amongst men. Okay, there's no women in the infantry still, thankfully. And Jay Blaze is right. Apparently, wokeness is destroying a lot of the armed forces, and the Navy is using a drag queen to recruit now. By the way, I don't know if you saw that, Justin.
I did.
Don't go Navy. Don't go Navy. Don't go Air Force. Go Army infantry or go Marine infantry. Okay.
If I were to go, and I would go Marine or Air Force.
Why Air Force?
I don't know. I always wanted to fly.
Okay. Well, if your goal is to be a pilot, then yeah, of course.
I would definitely.
You got to look at your goals and your professional goals. I'm saying.
You see the way I ride my bike?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Imagine me in the sky. Oh my god!
When I started going in the military, I wanted to be a helicopter pilot. I couldn't do it because I'm colorblind. But I ended up being a medic. Thankfully, I spent my career in the military with the infantry. Because if I had spent my career in a hospital, Jesus Christ, I don't know what I would have done. I would have gone nuts.
Joel, so let's talk to these 80% men out there.
I think that's all we've been talking about.
Let's talk about somebody that's not where they are physically and financially. Where do you think that they could start?
Number one, get your ass off the couch, get in the gym. Number two, start consuming financial content. Or if women is your goal, then women should never be your goal. But start consuming red pill content and financial content. A few great channels, Clear Value Tax. It's a fantastic channel.
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey, look for some sources in crypto. Crypto's a very everyman investment. You can start very, very small, and it's volatile, so that if you learn how to play it, you can make a lot of money very quickly. And then learn how to manage that money. Finances and money are the main drivers of attraction. So if you get those two right, women will come to you. Okay. So yeah, Jay Blaze says it right here. PBD is another great show for finance and business. Stop voting left. You know what? The right's not all that great either these days. But yeah, as a general rule, stop voting left. Don't vote for free shit, says Jay Blaze. Yeah, the welfare state's ruining men. We know that. What would you say to these men, Justin?
I agree with you.
Besides,
get up off the couch, and if you're gonna stay on that couch, grab a fucking notepad, grab a fucking pen, and make a list of the man that you think the woman that you want would want, and become that man.
Interesting. I like that. But wait, hang on, is that a cycle of diminishing results at that point? Because then aren't you doing all these things for a woman?
No, because you're doing this for yourself. Listen, at the end of the day, most of the men are focused on women. I can't change that. You can't change that. A lot of men are going to be focused on the wrong things. They're not really on their mission. And I feel like getting men focused on mission through the possibility of there being women in the future might get them so focused on themselves that in the future they're not even thinking of it.
What you're saying is use the motivation of getting women as a tool to drive you to finding that passion and finding that passion.
I'm no coach, I'm no psychologist. I'm just saying I think that could be a major possibility.
Absolutely. If you're not going anywhere professionally, Jay Blazes are right here. Trade schools are a great way to get your money up. You know, these tradesmen a lot of them make a lot of bank.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's
guys. If you want to learn something, there's ways. See, there's like you can live by the book and be one of these new school cookie cutter dudes, and then you have old school dudes that will just go out and get what he wants. Like, if I want a job and I'm having trouble getting this job, sending applications, guess what? I'm going to put on whatever attire that is fitting for looking fresh and to appear for a possible interview. However I want to appear to a possible potential employer, I'll go to that job site or wherever it is, whatever office, and I'll try and figure out who's in charge. There's ways to make shit happen. I mean, I wanted to learn how to make t-shirts. I wanted to start my own clothing company. This is back when I got signed with Warner Brothers and I was working with Cat Dahlia. I was trying to make a clothing brand. And I wanted the clothing brand to pop with my career. And I'm not stupid. I knew it would be easier if my career was popping with it together. So I wanted to save money and cut costs. And how could I do that? If I learned how to print out the t-shirts myself. Now I'm cutting out the middleman. So what I do, I found a local screen printing shop. I sent the guy an email. I'm like, hey, I'm willing to be an intern. I just want to learn how to do this. I want to learn your process. I will work for free.
And
guess what?
That works best when you're young too, because when you're 18 or 25, dude, you can live on ramen noodles and sleep on the couch. Okay, take those years and grind something. Find something to grind your ass off. Okay, stop focusing on women. Stop focusing on the immediate satisfaction or instant gratification, and put in the fucking work. Okay, okay, I'm done.
There's a way. I mean, you just have to be a warrior in every single way and absolutely refuse to lose until you get what you want. And I'm not talking about women, because you're not always going to get the woman you want. I'm talking about what you want.
Actually, here's my final thought. I think this is the most important thing for men to understand, especially when you're under 30. Okay? Failure is good. It is okay and it's good to fail. Get rejected by women, have a business loss, lose your fucking shit. You'll learn from it. Trust me, and you will become better on the other side. And by the time you hit 30, you're going to be on a path to fucking success at a man's prime age, which is 35 to 40. Okay?
Dude, you got to take a risk. You have to take risks. If you don't, you're going to be stuck on the couch.
Yeah, Jay Blaze's final thought is don't listen when someone says follow your heart and the money will follow. Yeah, not necessarily. Put in the fucking work. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. If I would have just sat in my freaking house and made music and didn't actually go out there and meet people and network, my career would never have happened.
Exactly.
You have to put in the work.
Gotta get out there, gotta put in the work.
If you become a beast in the gym, but you refuse to go outside because you're afraid of the world, how are you going to find a woman?
I don't know. Online?
Online. Get out of here, man.
All right. With that, we are going to close it out. Episode 32 of Jack Diamond's favorite new podcast. This is J&J Dating Dynamics. I'm number 1 J. That's number 2 J. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button.
Don't believe him.
I'm number 1 J. It says it right there on the Chiron. Where is it? Right there. Number 1.
Yeah, I can also put number 1 in mine.
Good luck, because I can change yours. You can change mine.
This isn't right.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. We will see you all next week. Thank you all for tuning in. That's going to wrap it up. Peace out.